Damn, I hate how this thing don't let you shrink the face down a little bit. Hate that. Quick little live real quick. Go over some stuff for today's slate. I know I've been MIA a little bit, but still dropping everything on the Patreon, on the YouTube membership tab and stuff like that. So if you guys been tuning in and watching, seeing that, you've been getting it. Tell you the truth, man, these playoffs, they've been something else. They truly have been something else. Something else. Um, of course, the controversy from last night, my boy Lou making a basketball play. That's why you see it. You see it. The Thunder. We shouldn't have been up in that situation that we put ourselves in. Period. If we want to talk about it and be honest, we should never put ourselves in that predicament anyway. To be down by 20 plus like that, and then have to come back to even try to get a win the way that we did. Shouldn't have. Should never been in that situation. But it's unfortunate what happened to Ja and everybody that sitting there watching the clips and stuff like that, saying Lou's a dirty player. Lou did this. Lou did that. He did that on purpose. If you watch it, like, should take your bias out of it. Of course, I'm going to talk considering I'm a Thunder fan, so how can I not have any bias towards it? But when you watch, he was slipping. Scottie Pippen Jr. should have took the layup. He should have kicked it back to Lou. Not to Lou. Kicked it back to Ja. Of course, I'm following the ball. Lou turns as the ball is going by him because he's trying to snag the ball, making a play on the ball. The ball ends up in Ja's hand. Lou is full-fledged turned. Well, not even full-fledged turned, but turning and slipping like, oh, shit, Ja's behind me. He puts his hands up to try to swat it before Ja can get up in the air. In all honesty, at that moment, Josh should never jump. I'm be honest. Josh should not have been trying to go for the highlight reel, the nail in the coffin. That's what happened. That is actually what happened. If you play back and you watch it, you pay attention to it. Ja went for the highlight reel, like, yo, I'm about to put the nail in the coffin. I'm about to show I'm him. That's what he tried to do. And guess what? It came back and bit him in the ass. I'd hate to see players get hurt. Hopefully he's back because I wanted to see how the Thunder would have reacted. And I mean, in all honesty, I know we're a better second half team. Did I think we were going to win that game if Ja would have stayed in the game? I wasn't too sure. I honestly thought it would have been a little bit closer in the second half. Would have loved to see that right there because we haven't had really truly any adversity, and that's part of the problem with the Thunder. No adversity to really truly get the quote unquote the stripes that they need to get. So unfortunate, but you know what? Hey, a dub is a dub. We about to sweep this thing up this weekend, so don't even worry about it. Memphis, man, that the win was taken out of them. But on to tonight, man. I'm gonna be real honest. Yeah, the playoffs been ass. Don, you right. The playoffs have been ass. Straight up ass. Yesterday, your boy forgot to reserve his entries. I got one entry in, and of course, it was one of my better nights with the entry that I had. Matter of fact, let me pull it up right here. My core that I had last night, which smacked, by the way. Did I expect Scottie Pippen Jr. to give me the night that he gave me? No, I'm gonna be real honest. I did not. Am I thankful for the crazy ass night that he had? Hell yeah. Because homie popped off. Bro destroyed. And at low ownership too, because I don't know why, but nobody wanted to click Scottie Pippen Jr. But my core last night, my main plays that I had, Scottie Pippen Jr. went right back to Jalen Duren, ran that back. James Harden, I wish the freaking Nuggets could have kept that game closer because Harden was on one, bro. He was on one. But it looked good. It looked honestly good. Ended up with a 294.25 all overall for the night. Didn't play in my single entry contest, which I was kicking myself. I'm like, damn, would have been a good night. Probably would have been hopefully up in the top 10 for my stuff, but at least I got to play in something. Now on to tonight, we got the shit games, and like I don't even say that with a grain of like anything. Like tonight is legit the shit games. Damn, Don, you had Westbrook in the line. Yeah, yeah. And then what? And then Russ gets hurt, and then Russ is out, bro. Like it was. I hope it's staying on. Nah, I'm gonna keep it in my ear just in case y'all actually hear me through my earpiece. I honestly don't know which part it's playing through. But Russ got hurt last night, so now Russ probably gonna be out. Michael Porter Jr. It was 50-50 for him, but I wasn't looking too much at him. He had his big blow up game last time out, so I was like, I'm not about to chase that. What up, Davis? But tonight though. Tonight, there's some spots where we got to try to actually decide: are we chasing? Are we not? What we doing? Of course, Boston taking on Orlando, another snooze fest of a game, bro. Orlando just give it up, but I mean, somewhat make it interesting. I don't. Orlando's rotations and stuff, I'm gonna be real honest, been pissing me off. Doesn't make any sense. You're not using the bench. Anthony Black is getting the most minutes off the bench. You somehow decide you want to play Goga, and he played decent, but I don't think Goga's gonna really be in the rotation and play and all that other stuff. And I mean, on the Boston side of things, you're running the 8-man rotation. Of course, Tatum's down, he's out. Peyton Pritchard's playing the most minutes off the bench, expected. That's what we should be expecting from the Celtics right now. All the uses are going to be concentrated into the starting lineup. I do got a take over there for that, where I think we can make some some possible plays over there, some possible plays over there for it. But bruh, Tatum sitting out honestly should be disrespect to the Orlando Magic, because it's like I don't need to play to beat y'all, because I bet you Tatum could play if he needed to. Tatum legit could play if he needed to, but he's not going to play. He's not. He's not. On the Boston side of things, I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna jump. Draymond Green wins NBA Hustle Award. What the fuck is a Hustle Award? They are making up awards. They are making up awards. Draymond Green wins Hustle Player Award. Since when the hell was that award? Now I understand the Clutch Player Award. Cool, cool, cool. Most clutch points and stuff like that. But the hustle? How the hell do you determine someone's hustle? That's like, I know what it is. They had to create that award as a runner-up to defensive player for Depoy. That's what that is. That's exactly what that has to be. That's exactly what that shit is. Hey, you got a lot of hustle. You got a lot of heart. We got you. That's what that shit is right there. Ain't no way in hell a hustle award. This shit is legit starting to turn into a damn AAU freaking intramural sports. Everybody gets a participation trophy because they whine and cry or got a podcast. Boston Celtics side of things, man. Of course, we already know Tatum. I highly doubt that he plays. He's currently listed as doubtful still for this game, so Tatum should not be in it. It's going to be the same starters that we saw last time. Al Horford will slide into the starting lineup. His price really didn't change. He's still sitting at 4,800. He played 33 minutes last game. Of course, a decent value option we can get to. If Al goes out here and he shoots better than 1 of 4 from 3, 4 of 10 from the field, he definitely can get us there in regards to giving us a decent and bigger night. I would suggest right around 25-ish fantasy points, so I don't hate him if you land on that at 4,800. One of the more safer value plays on a shit of a slate when it comes down to not being able to trust some of the value pieces that we actually have on today's slate. Outside of that, of course, Jaylen Brown, he for whatever reason has a questionable tag, but fully expected to play here in this game. I doubt that he's going to be out, but I mean all the usage and everything that he commands when Tatum is not there, it kind of makes for a no-brainer. 8,100. You can go there, of course, to him. Kristaps Porzingis, more shots, more things for him. They really don't have an answer for him, especially whenever he's knocking down his shots or getting to the free throw line, which he did a tremendous job of that right there. I know someone asked in the comment section any price pick plays. Kristaps Porzingis free throws made would be one that I would definitely go ahead and look at and take. If it's hovering anywhere between, I'd say 6, 7, or 8 is something I could definitely mess with for KP, just because the free throw chances that he should actually be getting should be higher with no Tatum being out there. If Tatum was in, I would actually be looking for Tatum for his free throws instead right there. But KP, that would be the one I would look to in regards to a decent prop play that you could take right there. Outside of Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis making 2 plays, I think that Derek White would be someone I wouldn't mind getting back to, and I think he could be lower owned. He's sitting at 7,200, makes sense. Still was able to put up 34.5 fantasy points with a shit of a shooting night from 3. He took 3 out of 14 shots. 10 of those were from 3. Only made 3 of them, but still contributed in other areas. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal. He's going to be out there, of course, just as much as Brown is. Key cog out there for the Boston Celtics, and if Brown has any type of limitation or something like that, Derek White could be out there and give us a really great night. Now, if he can give us some in between his 7 of 12 from 3 like he did in the first game and his 3 of 10 in the last game, give me about 4 to 5 threes, and you can go out there and give me about 20 points, I definitely would take that. If they have Derek White, which I have not looked over on Prize Picks, I know I see questions for Prize Picks. I actually don't have Price Picks downloaded back on my iPad, which I gotta install that. I'll probably do that after I finish going through the DFS breakdown. But Derek White, if his points are south of 20, I would take the over on that, because I do see now that one more of a lean, to be very honest. But when you look at the offensive lineup that they have out there for the Celtics, besides when Peyton Pritchard comes in, it's Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White. That is the pecking order in regards to who's going out there to score. And Derek White, he was open from 3, same looks that he had last time, just did not make them. So I actually don't mind looking towards Derek White. Outside of that, Drew Holiday is Drew Holiday. One of these games, one of these series is going to have a big game. Of course, you can mess with that. But if you want the GPP upside, if he has a hot shooting night, Peyton Pritchard is right there for 100 less. You can definitely mess with that right there. But if I'm coming down, besides Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White, I might as well just drop down to Al Horford and just get my safety net when it comes down to it right there. For large field, what 3 players would you take for a large field for Boston? All right, so no Porzingis free throw prop. I would definitely keep looking for that right there. Do they have Porzingis for his field goals made? If they have his field goals made, that would be something that could be interesting right there. Maybe we could take a stab at that, but honestly, he's getting to the line. That would be the one I would actually rather take for Porzingis. But if I had to take for me, large field, masses are going to flock to Jaylen Brown. I would take Derek White. I would take Derek White or Kristaps Porzingis. That's where I would make my switch to. There's nothing wrong with Jaylen Brown. He's in a good spot. All the usage, everything he's going to have. But if I want some upside, definitely some wiggle room in regards to the salary and everything, I would take a stab at Derek White or Kristaps Porzingis instead of taking Jaylen Brown. On the Magic side of things, really it's only 2 players. Paolo, which is pretty much safe. He's a walking 50-point, kind of like our Giannis on the slate as well, a walking 50 right there pretty much. Paolo, the upside, he's going to be out there as long as he stays out of foul trouble, the scoring, the rebounding, a little bit of playmaking. Definitely had quite a bit of potential assists, but of course, when they're not making shots, he really could have had more assists. He honestly was triple double upside in that last game. When you look at his potential rebounds and assists that he had, and majority of Paulo's rebounds, that would be another prop I would look at. He had 17 rebound chances. Out of those 17 rebound chances that he had in that last game, only 1 was contested. When I was looking at the stats and everything for Paulo right there, because I was looking for a prop play to take this game, Paulo rebounds was definitely one that I really do actually like the upside for right there. Dustin Poirier retires. Wait. Oh, his retirement fight. So I was about to say he retires. Hold up. The fuck? I don't see how we can get up to Luca and Bucks 34 in the same lineup. Yeah. That's what I so I was halfway tempted. Well, it's Friday. I'm very tempted to fade the slate. Honestly, I'm playing less of what I normally would play for a slate. Besides the fact that I'm gonna be very honest, I got my ass kicked 3 days in a row. Just shit not panning out for me myself. And then of course, when I had a good night last night, I didn't play my normal stuff. So in all honesty, in all honesty, bro, tonight it's not looking pretty. It does not. Like these 3 games are the ugliest of ugly games that we have. On the Magic side of things, like I was saying, it's just Paolo in France. Now, if you want some GVP dart throws that I think you could take from the Magic side and hope something happens, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's out there. He's playing 30 plus minutes, but he's not doing anything, or he has not done anything yet. 21 fantasy points in the first game, 8 fantasy points in the second game, sitting at 3,800. He's going back home. He's going to be playing at home. If he can actually knock down some fucking threes, he went 0 of 6 from 3 in the second game, 2 of 4 from 3 in the first game. If he can knock down his 3-point shot and just somehow just scrounge his way to something, like someone has to be in his ear, like, yo, Pope, we need you. You have to do something. You have to. You're out there playing all this time. It can't just be France doing everything. It can't just be Paulo doing everything. You have to give us some contribution. Like our best 3-point shooter should not be Wendell Carter Jr. out there going 3 or 3 from the field last time. Like that makes no fucking sense. So KCP, I see him as a nice option that you can mess with. That you can mess with for sure. Because if he gets hot from 3 and he contributes across the board, I bet you he will be single digit ownership because I don't see anyone wanting to click on that name. Like it just doesn't make sense. But the minutes are there. Minutes equal production. Hey, it equals good fantasy point upside, and I do like him as a nice start throw. The Magic are going to have to do something. Jonathan Isaac should be playing more minutes. I don't understand why he's not out there on the court. Cole Anthony, 5 minutes last game. He was a Celtics killer in the regular season. Granted, that's the regular season. I still don't understand why he's now out there on the court. I really don't understand why he's now out there on the court. He doesn't look bad to me. I know he can pick up some ticky-tacky fouls, but when it comes down to it, he's not afraid to shoot. He's going to shoot, make or miss. He's going to shoot. He can shoot you out the game or he can shoot you in the game. Give the boy Cole some minutes. 3,100. If I had 3,100 left over, it would be between Cole Anthony and Gogo on today's slate for if I was to take a dart throw and a stab. And I'm going to be very honest. My dart throw last night was Paul Reed, and Paul Reed panned out, of course, because, hey, You didn't have Isaiah Stewart. I knew he was going to have to play minutes. So that right there, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Jonathan Isaac, Cole Anthony, Goga, put the straws in a hat, pick one. Granted, the upside is definitely there and much better for KCP simply because he is actually out there and playing minutes, so we know he's going to be out there. Any other questions for this game? Hey, what up, Gail? You down with KCP? Yeah, you know me. All right, I see that. I see that. Don, yeah, he out there just playing cardio, bro. But he's got to shoot, man. He's got to shoot. He's got to shoot. There's no reason for you to be out there and not doing a damn thing, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And what's even crazier is the fact that the Magic, not the Magic, the Indiana Pacers are about to whoop the Milwaukee Bucks. They are legit about to beat the Bucks. And next year, I think someone correct me if I'm wrong in regards to Giannis's contract, but Giannis might be on the move. Giannis could potentially be on the move because I don't see the Bucks being able to figure this out and fix it. I don't. I don't. Iron ass cheeks. Granted, he's back at home. He makes for interesting dart throw on today. I don't understand how he did any shot attempts inside the fourth quarter because he was doing something. Got 12 points at the end of the third. Went to the fourth quarter. Nothing. Not a damn thing. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He's sitting at 4,500. That's another one of your GPP plays you could take. But in all honesty, I'm not going to trust a guy with blonde hair. I'm not going to go there. And when I say blonde hair, look at his complexion and then look at his hair. Nope, not doing it. All right. Starting out, of course, Giannis is Giannis. Real honest. We got Giannis at 11.5. In 2 games that he's played so far going up against the Pacers, he's gone out there, he's given us 68 and 57 fantasy points. I'm gonna be real honest. That 11.5 price tag is making me go, I got Paulo who's right there that can give me a 50, and Paulo is priced at 9,200. And I'm pretty sure Paulo's going to scrounge his way to 50 plus fantasy points. Is Giannis going to drop 70? Now, granted, they need Giannis to drop 70. They need Giannis to do something. But is Giannis going to drop 70 for me to justify having to pay this 11.5 price tag? I really kind of don't see myself having to get all the way up there to Giannis, especially when I got LeBron on the slate, I got Luka on the slate, I got Paulo on the slate, I got Jaylen Brown on the slate. I have all these other studs on today's slate that make sense salary-wise. I don't see a reason that I have to pay up there right there for Giannis. Upside-wise, of course, if you can make it fit, you got the value. If you found the sneaky value, go ahead, by all means. But I don't see the value to make it work for Giannis, and Giannis kind of is on my fade for today. Halliburton, he's been putting belt to ass while he's been out there playing pretty well. 46.8 fantasy points. Looks like he got some stuff for Dame. It's Halley time. It's not Dame time. So 8,400, I can mess with that. That's not bad at all. Damian Lillard, first game back from having his DVT, 37 minutes out there. He shot 4 of 13 from the field. That's rust. Back at home, I would take a stab at Damian Lillard at 7,800. If you're going to tell me he's going to go out there and play about 40 minutes and he's going to have to do something, I'll take it. I will take that. I don't mind playing a Damian Lillard. Pascal Siakam, he's looking like Pascal Siakam that made the run with Kawhi Leonard over there on the Raptors. He's been playing phenomenal, amazing, 7,300. I can't complain about that. I would imagine he will be one of the more popular and owned plays today, especially at the power forward spot for the value possibly. But I could see myself pivoting and going up to Damian Lillard when it comes down to the price. Both of them, the price. That's what I'm focused on, not necessarily the position. Miles Turner, 6,400. Center looks like shit. To be honest, I halfway feel like you don't have to play a real center in the center spot. And by real centers, I mean you don't have to necessarily go to the Miles Turner. You don't have to go to Rudy Gobert. You don't have to go to Brook Lopez. Instead, you could put Bobby Portis, who fits into the center spot. If you were to play Giannis, I'd put Giannis into my center spot instead. Those guys that have the dual eligibility that can slide into the center, that's where I would go instead of messing with that. But Miles Turner, not really there necessarily for him. 6,400 is okay. Bobby Portis playing at home. I like playing role players at home. Bobby Portis, he popped last game. And if you can come on here and try to tell me that you saw Bobby going out there for 28 points, 12 rebounds, 6 of 11 from 3, you a damn lie. You a lie. But 5,100, price didn't go up. He's going to play the minutes off the bench. Honestly, eating into Kyle Kuzma's minutes, not Bobby, and then Brook Lopez's minutes because they need him out there. He's playing some pretty good defense. He's stretching the floor. He's out there. He's doing a lot. The rebounding upside, too. I actually like that for Bobby Portis. If you want to take a rebounding prop, If he's sitting right around like 8.5, I would take that for Bobby just because those minutes, they look consistent. And one of the things that Bobby Portis actually does is rebound the ball pretty well. He had 8 rebounds in that game that he shot like shit in 25 minutes versus them in the first game. And in 32 minutes in the last game, drop 12. I do like the upside for him here with it. And honestly, I mean, he's averaging 8.5 rebounds a game on the season besides his suspended game. So I would definitely mess with that right there when it comes down to it. Nembhard, I do like him as a mid-tier option. Definitely will go there to taking him as a possible play. Neesmith, he had his good game last time. If you land there, all right. Off of the bench, Kevin Porter Jr. dropped down to 15 minutes with Damian Lillard being back. He's 4,200. I kind of would rather mess with Bennett Mathurin instead if I got to go somewhere over here. I know he's going to play north of 15 minutes, but he has to be knocking down a shot in order to give us something. Definitely still makes for an interesting value option at 45. I will say you got Dante DiVincenzo, I think, at 4,400. I would much rather play in a game that they're going to need him over there. And in all honesty, my next play, which I got some controversy plays for today. My next play, who has not done shit with his minutes, Taurean Prince. He's been out there 20 minutes pretty much in both games. Nothing. He had a much better night last time out there with Dame, 16 fantasy points in that one. Playing at home, I don't mind taking a true stab at playing Taurean Prince tonight and hoping that he stays hot from 3, gives us some type of defensive shit. He's at 3,300, bro. It's interesting. So between KCP and Taurean Prince, both those guys, I like them as sneaky, decent. They're the true 3-and-Ds that we got on today's slate. I wouldn't mind messing with that as a possible GPP option you can go to and look to right there. Another play, if you landed down into the 3,200 range, 3,100 range, look towards Jarris Walker. For whatever reason, he is still seeing minutes. He's playing north of 10 minutes. You can mess with that right there. Other than that, I'm not going to go there. For when I get to game 4, depending on who actually wins this game, that's when we're going to figure out who's going to be desperate and who's going to try to take some swings or something like that. But other than that, nah. Let's see. Not going back to that team. They should have kept Griffin, yeah. In the contest I'm playing, I have center position. What center did you take for large field? I was only playing one center today. Yeah, I mean, it's not. There's nothing wrong with playing truly just one center today. It's not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, if you got to play a center, of course, Wendell Carter Jr., he's out there, 4,800. He definitely is something that I could see yourself taking. But at 48, depending on his minutes and his role and whatnot, I could just take Al Horford, who slides into the center spot as well. You know, like that's what I'm saying. There's definitely truly options to take instead of having to play the true centers. You have a lot of power forwards that actually make sense that can go into the center spot. And I mean, if we're being honest, Al Horford is technically a center. He is. The Los Angeles Fakers going up against the Minnesota Timberpups. I really need someone to design me a shirt with both of those on there for me. Man, oh man. Luka Doncic 11K. Luka's being Luka. I mean, you know, he looks for the mismatch. He hunts it. He's averaging 30 points. Of course, we go ahead. We can take Luka all day, every day, twice on a Sunday. Another player that I wouldn't mind getting to for his rebounds, if they got his rebounds at like a 7.5, 8, I would definitely take and mess with that. I like the upside for that right there. LeBron James, another one right there. He's sitting at his 9,500. Decent game out there, 50 fantasy points in that one out there versus the Timber Pups. You can mess with that if you want to. But again, I got Paulo right there. I'd rather just go ahead and go play Paulo when it comes down to it over there for the Lakers. I mean, when it comes down to it between LeBron and Paulo, like it just makes sense to just go ahead and play Paulo over there instead. Austin Reeves is Austin Reeves. He's gonna have his big game one of these games. Looking like he's ticking up. 24 fantasy points in the first game, 29 in the second game. Definitely something that you can look towards if you're trying to get a piece of the Lakers if you want to. But instead, I would much rather focus on the Timber Pups just because they are at home and this should be their home crowd rally behind them. Someone over here is going to be our Scottie Pippen Jr. tonight. Not too sure which one it's going to be. I'm not too sure if it's going to be the Nas Reed or if we're going to get another term at the clock, Jalen McDaniels. He had the exact same shots he had in the first game. He just missed them. He missed them. So if he can go back to that, definitely I can see us getting there. We know he's going to play. He's going to be out there for the defense, so on and so forth. So Jaden McDaniels, he makes sense. Rudy Gobert is an auto fade for me. They are attacking him. They're not even trying to keep him on the court. Rudy, I'm not going to go there. If you want an under right there, take his under 19.5 points of rebounds. He is not sniffed clearing that. He's in the same ballpark and role as Zach Edey. Take the under. Don't even worry about it. Dante DiVincenzo, I do like him at 4,400. I think he should be playing more minutes and out there instead of Mike Conley. Mike Conley, I'm not messing with that. He's really honestly should retire. Hopefully he retires at the end of this year. But Dante DiVincenzo and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, two of the better values that we have on today's slate. Both of these guys are playing north of 25 minutes out there respectively for these teams. And both of them, if they get hot from three, we know the upside that they can actually bring. But Dante just like not giving us the best upside or best production last game, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, and just not running him at all. I do like him for a bounce back spot, especially being at home. I know he could bring the grit for it in this matchup, so I do like him over everything else that they have over here. But outside of that, Julius Randle, for whatever reason, he likes playing versus the Lakers. 7K, he makes for a decent mid-tier option if you want to get to some quote-unquote value at the power forward spot. If you're looking for a play on the sports books or a goblin, 15 points is one to take for him. He has legit cashed 15 points in every game that he's played versus the Lakers since he's been traded from the Lakers. So that one, I do like that for him. And then Anthony Edwards, he has to shake back, bounce back here today. Of course, we know he's playing some point guard role as well. 0 assists last game. Again, team just didn't make any shots. He's going to get some assists today. 4.5 assists is another play I don't mind for Anthony Edwards. That and then also 3.5 threes would be one I would take as well. He's taking the threes. He just has to actually knock them down. I do like him as a potential play. GPP option, I do think he will be one of the more lower owned stats on today's slate when it comes down to it. Outside of that, honestly, like I said, man, today is ugly. Today is truly, truly, truly a ugly of an ugly slate. But I'm gonna build out a real quick GPP core. Of course, I'm gonna have to say it because I am on the iPad. But we're gonna start with KCP. Is gonna be the first one we're gonna toss up into this line. So KCP is gonna be first. Let me type him in. Pope. Latavius Caldwell Pope. I'm going to mess with the boy Prince. No, actually, I'm not going to mess with Prince. I'm going to mess with Derek White. I like Derek White. So we're going to take Derek White and KCP from the first game. Come down from that. I honestly want to take Paolo. Like, I see no reason not to go ahead and take Paolo. Pretty much to anchor in the line, if I'm being honest. I really would like the upside. This is straight up GPP. GPP. Damian Lillard from the Bucks. Gonna mess with that for a potential. He has to pop and do something for us here in this position and spot. And then I want to see how much salary I have over if I do this. Actually, if you build, this is 4 players right now. Let me see if I can't find you a fifth because I actually do like the upside for this core right here. I say shit, just toss some Prince. Yeah. If you take the mid-tier options, which just lets you pay up for one more stud, which you can, you truly can. Derek White, KCP, Torian Prince, Damian Lillard, Anthony Edwards. That makes for a really interesting controversy GPP boom or bust lineup. That is truly a boom or bust. Boom or truly bust. If I'm playing safe, my main core, which of course I already talked about it, but Paulo, he's definitely 10,000%, 100% main staple for me. I'm kind of finding myself stuck on Bobby Portis at home, loving his upside, everything that he should actually be able to bring here in the spot. Hold on. But Nembhard, Paulo, Bobby Portis, and trying to think who my fourth one is gonna be. That's what I said. Like this slate today is so fucking ass. Could mess with Austin Reeves at 6,500. Leaves you with 6K left over for you to fill in the rest of the spots. Let you be able to decide do you want to play and stack the Boston game, which yes, Celtics and Magic is the best game to stack, honestly, when it comes down to it, because you know where the usage and the upside and everything is going to be concentrated on those main guys. Paulo and Franz for the Magic, and then whichever third person wants to come along, whether or not if it's KCP, Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, Goga Patazzi. And then on the flip side of things, it's going to be Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White, Al Horford over there for them. and Peyton Pritchard off the bench. Like you know what you're gonna get from that game right there. For the Indian, the Milwaukee, I mean, for me, the safest one is gonna be number hard to me in my eyes. Like that's what I would take right there. But all right, anyone got any other questions? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Carter Jr. at that 4,800 is good value, but I will say, I mean, granted, they're playing at home, so of course, role players they do play way better at home, way better at home. So I do see the upside for him. But if I'm looking for safety, I'm taking Al Horford. Like straight up, I'm taking Al Horford. The NBA around the corner. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. Running line with Bobby Portis, Al Horford, Wendell Carter Jr. That's all your forward value right there, and the best forward value that you have on today's slate. And then you're gonna have to choose at the small forward spot, Jaylen Brown or Franz Wagner or LeBron, and then in your util spot, Paulo or Giannis. And that's a safe anchor right there for you if you're trying to look at what you want to do right there with the forwards. Go ahead and drop the line, Don. I got you. What do y'all think about Giannis though? Like I really don't see myself getting up to play Giannis on today. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Not when I have LeBron, who is right there, who can give me the same, can give me the floor that Giannis is, that I'm begging Giannis to get to. Honestly, on today, and the same thing for like Paulo. I just don't. You don't have to try to force Giannis. I don't see myself having to force Giannis today. Dame, Reeves, White, Nembhard, Prince, Paulo, Port. Yo, yo. That shit's nice. If Dame comes out here and has a true Dame game, you get a good 30-35 fantasy points from Austin Reeves. That's yo, that's not bad. Nembhard, regular floor game. I like that. Torian Prince. If Prince can at least get you about 15 to 20. Paulo, of course, he's good. Yo, I like that. I like that. I like that. You're not wrong. McDaniels, only thing McDaniels, he's very reliant on him getting his scoring and whatnot. Reeves is actually stuffing his stat sheet in all areas for the upside that he's given us and brings with, actually being able to knock down a shot, a more reliable shooter. We know he's going to be able to play, make, get us those assists. He also does rebound pretty well for himself, being a guard out there with LeBron and with Luka. Giannis, look, them stars, they say that they know what they have to do, but do they come out there and actually do what they have to do? That's always the question. They don't come out there and do what they got to do. Now you're right. Giannis could come out here and go nuclear. Same thing like what I expected the Joker to do last night. Go out there and play nuclear. I needed 2 more points from the Joker and 1 more assist from Jamal Murray. Would have took down 2,700, and that was on the sports books. Didn't get it, man. That's a good snipe right there. 4.5 rebounds, assists from Daniels. I like that. Giannis probably misses free throws all season. He's been missing. Could have had true. True. I mean, but Giannis has never been a great free throw shooter. He's definitely improved in that mid range game that he's actually been able to show us that he's been hitting. He's hit that at a pretty good clip. Definitely showing us a little something right there. But that's the thing though. You collapse, you build the wall, which I mean we've seen it time and time again in the playoffs. You build the wall, you stop Giannis. Yeah, get him to the line. I'll live with you making one of two free throws or whatever every single time. I will take the 1 point over the 2 or the 3 points. I will take it. I will take it. But that's the thing that they built around Giannis was they're trying to have him out there with a bunch of shooters. That's why Brook Lopez has been in the league and has expanded his game and his range to be able to knock down those 3 point shots. You got Brook Lopez, Kyle Kuzma, who was thought to be a decent 3 point shooter, which I don't know who the fuck told him that. Kyle Kuzma over there, Torian Prince, the whole reason why he's there, Damian Lillard, another knockdown shooter. That's the whole point of those players being out there with Giannis. So way when he claps the defense, kick it out to the open shooter, They just got to knock down the damn shot. They're not knocking down the shots. They're just not knocking down the shots. Now I'm never going to deter anyone from playing Giannis. Definitely makes sense, but I really don't think you need him on today's slate. Not at that price tag. I eat crow on that one. But could he go out here and have a triple double? If it's plus money for the triple double, I say plus 700. I take a stab at that. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for me. Good luck, everybody. I have more content and stuff posted up on the Patreon and the YouTube membership tab. Good luck. Peace.